Josh McCown kept the Jets competitive and respectable for 2 months. He's played the best football of his career. Honestly, the bar was not set very high, and been a steadying influence and a leader in a young locker room. The Jets could not have asked for more from a 38-year-old journeyman playing for his 8th team. All of this does nothing to answer the most crucial question impacting the future: who is the quarterback when McCown puts more pieces in place and the Jets are ready to win either in 2018 or 2019? There are 2 in-house candidates and 2 college quarterbacks and 2 NFL free agents. So the contestants are Christian Hackenberg, Bryce Petty, Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen, Kirk Cousins and Alex Smith. One of them is likely to be the Jets starter next September, with McCown sticking around as the backup. So, who will it be? Al Balagetti images from the perspective of Todd Bowles, who is trying to convince Ambassador Johnson and his stand-in little brother Christopher Johnson to give him a contract extension. It made sense to start the season with McCown. Bowles needs to win as many games as possible, and McCown gave him a better chance than Hackenberg or Petty, neither of whom might not be in the NFL if not for the Jets. But with the Jets off for 10 days following Thursday night's game against the Bills, this would be a good time to make the switch and give Petty or Hackenberg a chance to show what they have. If Bowles wants to wait one more week and go with McCown on November 12th in Tampa, the Jets then have a bye before their November 26th game at home against the Panthers. That gives Bowles 6 or 7 games to go with the kids. There is no point in playing McCown down the stretch, with the recent losses to the Patriots, Dolphins and Falcons pushing them to the outside of the wild-card race. I think the Jets already know about Hackenberg and Petty and will be ready to move on from them after the season. But the only way to know for sure is to let them play. Tim Fullerus, Today Sports: Hackenberg was a second-round pick in 2016 and was overdrafted by 3 rounds. He was given a chance to win the job this summer and didn't come close. The Jets were the only team willing to overlook the red flags coming out of Penn State, where his play deteriorated his final 2 years after a strong freshman year. His accuracy is a major issue, among other shortcomings. If Hackenberg was a player, he would have been the starter by now. That's the best way to look at it. Dak Prescott was picked 2 rounds later in the same draft, and he's already won a division title and a total of 17 games for the Cowboys. Hackenberg was just a mistake by McCown with a quality draft choice. Petty has got an exciting side to him. He lit up the Giants in the preseason. That makes you think maybe he can be the guy until it becomes evident he's not. He's not talented enough to be a franchise quarterback. He has backup skills at best. Next up, free agency. Nick Cousins has played the last 2 years on the franchise tag, and Washington can tag him a 3rd time, but the price escalates to over $30 million. That's not going to happen. Either Cousins will sign a long-term deal in Washington or he will hit the market. He won't be 30 until next August and should have 5 good years left. Is he the answer? I would rather the Jets develop their own quarterback and have him around for 10 years, but Cousins has been to the playoffs, he's a leader and has some flair to him. Once the 49ers traded Monday for Jimmy Garoppolo and gave up a 2nd-round pick to the Patriots, a reunion between Cousins and his former Washington offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan in San Francisco was off the table. The Niners didn't trade for Garoppolo in the last year of his contract to let him walk away as a free agent in March. Smith is in his 13th season and will be 34 in May. The Chiefs traded up in the 1st round in April to draft his replacement in Patrick Mahomes. Smith will be a free agent after the season, and unless he wins the Super Bowl, I think Andy Reid will be ready to switch to Mahomes in 2018. Smith is athletic and would be a good short-term fit for the Jets. They can win with Smith, but if the Jets are going to buy a quarterback in free agency, they are better off putting their money into Cousins, who is 4 years younger. Carlos Osorio app. Next up, the draft. If the Jets get to April and they haven't signed Cousins, or Smith and Hackenberg and Petty have played their way out of the picture, then the draft will provide the last avenue to get a quarterback for 2018. It's interesting that the 49ers, who are 0-8 and likely will have either the 1st or 2nd pick, decided to spend a 2nd-round pick on Garoppolo with the intent of paying him franchise quarterback money next year rather than go for Darnold or Rosen, assuming they both come out early, and paying them a fraction of the guaranteed money thanks to the rookie wage scale. Garoppolo is more of a sure thing than either Darnold or Rosen after nearly 4 years with Bill Belichick, Josh McDaniels and Tom Brady. And if the Browns have the first pick and Darnold or Rosen come out but not both, then the 49ers would have regretted not getting Garoppolo for a reasonable price. But did the 49ers make this move because they weren't sold on Darnold or Smith? Were the Browns saying the same thing when they nearly traded Tuesday for A.J. McCarron? Now that the 49ers won't be taking a quarterback, they could be open to trading down to a team near the top of the draft. That could be the Jets. So, the more games the Jets lose now, the more attractive their draft choice will be to the 49ers. Even though the Jets have won too many games to get the first or second pick, the suck for Sam season is not quite over just yet.